everyone, I'm Johnny Chang. On today's USTC360, we're going to meet an 82-year-old volunteer, Chin-Shun. In the past half-century, he has devoted himself to taking care of his wife and daughter, who are both suffering from mental sickness. Even though he has exhausted his time and energy for his family, he has still led the New York annual winter coat drive for the past 14 years. He always encouraged himself with Master Cheng Yen saying, "Be willing to do, be happy to bear." Let's share his life story.
Walking on the streets of Flushing, New York, perhaps you had come across an old man pushing a cart. Inside the cart were neither fruits, vegetables, nor laundry to be washed, but were Tzu-Chi magazines and publications. This old newspaper boy, as he called himself, was Tzu-Chi volunteer Chin-Shun. He brought magazines to business stores every morning. For over 10 years, rain or shine, he never stopped delivering, even when it wasn't easy to walk with his right leg. In 1995, Mr. Yang joined Tzu-Chi the first time he got in touch with the organization. For 15 years, he often worked on sweeping the streets, fundraising, and distributing winter clothes. He is a genuine elderly volunteer. Through volunteering, he also began to have a new understanding about Buddhism.
I never did anything for Buddhism before I joined Tzu-Chi. All I did before was to worship the Buddha. Now I realize that to preach the Buddhism, every Buddhist must make a vow and to act on it with the mind of kindness, compassion, joy, and selfless giving.
Yang Chin-Shun was a math teacher before he immigrated to the United States, where he began working very hard for his restaurant business. He had a wonderful family. However, his wife and children became mentally ill, as it was a hereditary trait. His son passed away at the age of 20. His wife, who died 2 years ago, became mentally ill soon after their marriage. For over 50 years, Mr. Yang had taken care of her with utmost attention.
My wife and I had a deep affection to each other. Though she had been sick, I didn't feel that way at all. Master Cheng Yen taught us to work willingly. That's my answer. Working willingly without complaint. I'm still following the same teaching.
Every week, Mr. Yang visited his daughter with the help of other Tzu-Chi volunteers. He brought her some snacks and chatted with her when her mental state was better. Seeing his wife and son pass away and daughter suffering, Mr. Yang had endured great sorrow and immeasurable suffering. Mr. Yang insists on practicing Chinese calligraphy every day. He said that it would calm his mind and make him feel at ease. A verse he likes best is, "Blessing is about the joy we gain from giving. Wisdom is about the inner peace gained from shifting perspectives."
His mind is very tranquil without seeing anything in return. For 9 years, I have never seen him lose his temper. His mind is free from worries, which is so close to Buddha's nature.
Mr. Yang is living in an apartment owned by the New York City government. His living depends on the stipends from the government and society. But during his conversation, you never hear any resentment from him. You can sense his wisdom of letting go and joy of giving. Being grateful is one of his daily routines.
I've been in Tzu-Chi for so many years. I feel very good about it. Tzu-Chi volunteers have been looking after me and often came to see me. I'm so grateful. Hopefully, for the rest of my life, I can continue to work in Tzu-Chi. Then I'll be very happy. It's also the wish of my life.